Hello student, today I am studying class 11 chapter 1 introduction chapter in our debit credit classes. I am Abhijit now introducing. Are you ready? First of all, I will congratulate you for passing class 10th examination and entered in class 11 commerce. We accept commerce. It's a very charmful subject. If you accept it, you will be benefited. Now I am introducing. First of all, I am going to name a great person named Luca Pacioli or Luca Pacioli. You should remember this name. He is called the father of accountancy. He wrote a book named Summa di Arithmetica Geometrica Proportionae et Proportionalita in 1494 at Rome in Roman language. In this book, he mentioned double entry system. That is the main of accountancy. If you learn double entry system, you learn half of accountancy. Entire accountancy depends on double entry system. Now, what is double entry system? Double entry system means a transaction has two sides of a single transaction. Two sides of a single transaction. Transactions, what is transactions? Transactions means an event for one is giver and one is receiver. There are two sides of transaction. One side is giver and one side is receiver. There are two types of transactions. Number one, financial transaction, terms of money. You should remember it. It is very important change. Very important. Terms of money. And number two, non-financial transaction, that is not related to money. The transaction is of two types. Number one, financial transaction, that means terms of money, and number two, non-financial transaction, that means not related to money. So this is the double entry aspects. One side of transaction, another side of transaction. Now I am giving an example, such as purchased pen from Subramaniam for ₹100. It's a financial transaction. Obviously, it is a transaction. And it is a financial transaction because money is related with purchase of pen. There is two aspects. Number one is Subramaniam and number two is cash. Subramaniam received pen and given cash to somebody to whom he purchased the pen. So that is double entry. That is called double entry. And number two transaction, gift from Radhakrishnan, a pen of ₹100. Radhakrishnan received a pen as a gift. No financial transaction, no monetary transaction. This is non-financial transaction. This is called non-financial transaction. Remember, only financial transactions can be considered in accountancy. When you are going to start accountancy, you should remember only financial transactions can be considered in accountancy. What is accountancy? The subject you are going to read. Accountancy, it refers to a systematic knowledge. It is a systematic knowledge, not just a knowledge, but a systematic knowledge of accounting concerned with the principles and techniques which are applied in accounting. Which concern? The principles and techniques. Understand? And what is accounting? Accounting is the art of recording, classifying, and summarizing in a significant manner. Which manner? In a significant manner. I am mentioning it. It is a significant manner. And in terms of money, it is very important in terms of money. Transactions and events which are in part of at least of a financial character. At least a financial character, and interpreting the results thereof. To whom? To owners, to government, to creditors, to debtors, etc. Understand what is accountancy and what is accounting. Accountancy is a subject and accounting is the art of recording, classifying, and summarizing in a significant manner and in terms of money transactions and events which are in part of at least of financial character and interpreting the results thereof. Now, what is the characteristics of accounting? There are some characteristics of accounting. From the definition, we are so here. This is recording. There is, first of all, we identified the data, we collected data, and then recording it in a systematic way. Accounting is an art as well as science. The first characteristic from definition is the art of recording. Art of recording means you know what is the difference between arts and science? I am giving an example. Assume the electricity of this room. The current provided through a systematic knowledge, that is plus, negative, positive, where if we add it negative and positive where, then the current will provide. That is science. Science based on a systematic knowledge. And what is art? Art is the wiring. The wiring of this electricity, the light is glowing. Behind it there is an art. There is art. So accountancy is a combination of art and science. It is a systematic knowledge, systematic way of recording, and through a significant knowledge techniques. That is science, and systematic way is the art. Hence, it is an art, and side by side it is a science. Hence, accounting is an art as well as science. Next, recording of financial transactions. Financial transactions should be recorded in books in a systematic way. That is the recording of financial transactions. Then classifying. Classifying means the financial transactions can be recorded in separate books, like such as stationery, pen, rubber, pencil, scale, all are the part of stationery. Again, we will record it in one stationery account. Suppose postage. If we paid something for postage, so we will record it in the postage account. That is called classifying. Recorded of financial transactions only and classified it. Next, recording in terms of money. It should be in terms of money. Without terms of money, it will not be recorded in the accounts books. You should ignore it. It will not be recorded in financial. After classifying, summarizing came. We should summarize the balancing of classified ledgers to understand the accounting process is right or wrong. That is called summarizing. After summarizing, we need interpretation of the results. That is, after summary statement, we prepare profit and loss account. Then we find what is the profit or loss, etc. and position of the organization. and then communication of the result to the concerned people. Who is the concerned people? Concerned people are government, owners, creditors, debtors, etc. So, in terms of money transactions and events which are in part of at least one a financial character and interpreting the result thereof. These are the characteristics of accounting. So I say the definition of accountancy, definition of accounting, and characteristics of accounting. After that, what is the objectives of accounting? What is the object? Number one, to keep systematic record of business. That is the main purpose. The main objective is to systematic record of business. Number two, to calculate profit and loss. Number three, to ascertain the financial position of the business, etc. That is the main objectives of accounting. Now, one of the important terms is bookkeeping. You should understand it. Bookkeeping, it is a very important terms in accountancy. If you study accounts, you should know what is bookkeeping and who is the bookkeeper. Bookkeeping is an art of recording business dealing in a set of books in a systematic way. So when we collected data from random and recorded it in a systematic way in the books, that is called bookkeeping. And who is the bookkeeper? Those who are writing this in a systematic way into books is called bookkeeper. The bookkeeping and bookkeeper. After that, accounting came. Accounting starts where bookkeeping ends. The main duty of bookkeeper is to write the transactions in a systematic way into books, and then the work of accounting is started. That is, summarizing the classified transactions, analyzing and interpreting the summarized results, and communicating the information to the concerned parties. That is the duty of accounting. So those who made the accounting work is called accountant. Those who maintain the bookkeeping work is called bookkeeper, and those who maintain accounting book is called accountant. Now I am telling double entry systems. I said earlier that double entry system has two sides. Number one, debit side. It can be recorded debit, debit, debit. One side is debit side and one side is credit side. You can be write it credit or in short form CR or in English TO2. So double entry system has two sides. We may say one side is debit and one side is credit. We can write debit by short DR or in English BY by. We can write credit in short CR or English TO. Now, recording financial transactions into books in a systematic way. How to record these financial statements in systematic way in books? Who recorded it? Bookkeeper. How bookkeeper is recorded into the this transaction into books in a systematic way? There are two methods. Number one, traditional method. That method is called English approach. And number two, modern approach, that is American approach. We should learn two methods simultaneously. Number one, traditional method, and number two is modern approach. Now, traditional method. Now I'm discussing about traditional methods. Next, I will discuss modern approach. The traditional approach, first thing is golden rules of debit and credit. What is debit? What is credit? Debit is one side of transaction and credit is one side of transaction. That is double entry system. Now, account. The short form of account is A/C. Full name is account. Short name is A/C. Account has two types. Number one, impersonal, and number two, personal. Now I am discussing impersonal account. The first of impersonal account is real account. Real account means the accounts which we can touch, which we can touch it. Just as pen, we can touch this pen. Board, we can touch this board. We can touch furniture. Furniture means table, chair, etc. We can touch. That is real account. The real account are those which we can touch and feel. The rules of debit, the rules of real account. Understand seriously. Seriously understand. The rules of real account is double entry system. One side is debit. Debit, what comes in. What comes in. The things which comes to me is debit, and credit, what goes out. The things goes out of me is credit. Then real account has two aspects, debit, credit. Debit, what comes in, and credit, what goes out. Then the second thing of impersonal account is nominal account. What is nominal account? Nominal account means the account which we cannot touch it. We cannot touch it, but imagine it. What it is. We cannot touch it, but we imagine it what it is. Just as salary. You know salary. You understand what is salary. You imagine salary, but you can, if you touch it, you touch the cash, not salary. Just like rent, you imagine it. Commission, you imagine it. So these are called nominal account. So when a transaction is occurred, what is the debit and what is the credit? There are two sides in double entry system, debit and credit. If it is nominal account, debit will all expenses and losses. Understand? Debit all expenses and losses in case of nominal account, and credit all income and gains in nominal account. So what is the rules of golden rules of nominal account? Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. And then personal account. Personal account means an individual persons, schools, shops, company. Generally in personal means we are personal. But in case of accountancy, person means individual persons, school, shop, company, etc. What is the rules of debit and credit? Debit, the receiver of the benefit. Who got the benefit is debit, and credit, the giver of the benefit. Understand? Next, one thing is very important, is artificial personal account. What is artificial personal account? Artificial personal account means, what do you mean by artificial personal account? Artificial personal account means if a financial year is closed on 31st March each and every month. Salary paid to staff rupees 30,000, of which one person has gone to his home place. He will come back after 31st March, that means April or May. His salary is 5,000. So out of 30,000, 5,000 we have not paid because one person has left for his native place. But the expenses as salary for the year is for the month of March is 30,000. So we should consider in books rupees 30,000. Rupees 25,000 paid and rupees 5,000 at outstanding, which will be paid in next month, April or May. That is called outstanding salary. But the salary is outstanding, which will be paid on April or May. So That is artificial person. Now I am showing you systematic record of financial transactions in books. Systematic record of financial transaction in books. There is a format. You use the A1, 2, 3, 4, 5 column. Number 1 is date column. Date column means in which date, suppose 31st, 3, 25. The transaction is occurred. What is our transaction? Our transaction is purchased pen for rupees 100 from Mr. Subramaniam. There are two aspects, Subramaniam and pen. I have said you earlier. Understand? So here, double entry to serve the example. Purchase pen from Subramaniam rupees 100 financial transaction. It is financial monetary transactions. So it should be recorded in books. So pen we can touch it. It's a real account. What is the rule of real account? Rule of real account is here. Debit what comes in. That means pen will be debited. And next aspect is Subramaniam. Subramaniam is a person. What is the rules of personal account? Rules of personal account: debit the receiver of the benefit and credit the giver of the benefit. Who will giving the benefit? Subramaniam. Subramaniam giving benefit. I am receiving pen. So Subramaniam is the giver of the benefit. So Subramaniam should be credited. Then the systematic record will be pen debit and Subramaniam credit. Understand? 100, 100. There are two sides. One side debit side 100 and credit side also we put 100. So this is the systematic way of recording. There is a format. This format is called journal. Journal is the primary books of accounts. Who maintains it? Bookkeeper. Bookkeeper is maintaining journal. Journal means the primary books. The first thing of recording transactions in systematic way into books. The transaction occurs on 31st 3/25. Pen account debit, as pen is real account, and Subramaniam account 2 means credit. I said earlier, the 2 means credit. To Subramaniam means Subramaniam credit 100 rupees. The debit side 100 rupees and credit side 100 rupees. That is the full transactions. If you paid salary, salary is a nominal account. What is the rules of nominal account? Rules of nominal account is debit all expenses and losses, credit all income and gains. If we paid salary to someone, this is our expense. In salary account, debit. And which paid? Cash. Cash account is debit because cash is real account. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Cash is goes out. Hence cash. So entry will be, here entry will be salary debit to cash. Suppose 5,000. 5,000 debit, 5,000 credit. The total debit side is 5,100 and total credit side is 5,100. Two sides will be equal. Why equal? As it is double entry system. Luca Pacioli said, you should record each and every transactions in a double entry systems. Hence, both sides will be equal. Understand? So that is called, the whole process called, you should remember it, the accounting process. The accounting, accounting process. The whole thing is called accounting process. So now you understand what is the accounting process. If someone asks you what is the accounting process, what you say? You say that accounting process means identifying, recording of accounting transactions in a systematic way, then classifying, then summarizing, then interpreting of such data, and last communicating the result to the concerned person like government, owner, debtors, creditors, etc. So that is my first class. First class ended. Are you satisfied? If you are satisfied, you should remember me and press subscription button. If you have any problem, comment me on comment section. Thank you. We will meet in the next class. Don't forget to see next class.